uniform, Sean Monahan line. Very good the other night in the Jackets' 5-2 victory against the Ottawa Senators. Boone Jenner on the left wing side, Kirill Marchenko on the right. And off we go from Nationwide Arena. Works out the boards, finds its way out the center ice, and picking up speed was McLeod to the middle. Across the Quinn, a one-timer Greaves with his first save. Back in front, off the post by Peterka. Alex Tuch, he's been hot lately, 8 goals in the last 9 games. He gets it into Blue Jackets ice. It's retrieved by Eric Branson. Wrapped around near side. Coming up with it, Jason Zucker with a pass into the circle. Gets it back, steps one on goal, and Greaves makes the save. Alex Tuch to Zucker, one-timer fought off with the glove by Greaves. Sabres make a partial change. Sam Lafferty has it for Buffalo. They're completing that change, and they keep the puck in the offensive zone. Long shot is stopped by Greaves, and he's seen enough of that.
Yeah, no,
he was acquired.
Doing that, right?
Zach Werenski to the net. Reimer makes the save. Werenski looking for that elusive 21st goal of the year. Zach's the lead in the NHL in average ice time. Lead pass. Jenner fires. Reimer the save. And you'd have to judge it in a completely different context. The pressure is off. They needed one of these in November and December. Here comes Sillinger off the wall, barging on in, and stopped by Reimer. Puck is loose. Back of the cage at Sillinger. Kent Johnson looks up ice for the Jackets. Johnson racking up the assists lately. Looking for another one here, maybe. JBR off the side of the goal. Puck was loose. Kicks around in the blue paint. Still loose. Pass toward the front. Broken up by Buffalo, and they clear. Yuri Kulik is going to lob it to the line. Contained and played over to Baronkov. He shoots one. The save made by Reimer. Dropped down to the ice, and he's able to cover up.
That was a big one for the Buffalo Sabres. And what a piece to get. Him and Tuch. Tuch was another trade.
Yeah, that was the Eichel deal.
The Eichel deal. 2 massive trades.
Flying in is J.J. Peterka. He fires and scores. J.J. Peterka on the rush. What a shot. And it's 1-0 Buffalo.
Peterka has a shot. Everyone knows that. You usually see him use it on the power play, and it's a nice breakout. They've done a really good job of cleaning up this area, and it's just a shot down the wing. And as Peterka sets up, you can see Greaves there. He just shuffled a little bit at the last second. I don't know if Peterka picked up that little shuffle. See how he's just a little bit outside there, and Peterka saw some daylight over the shoulder. And he's
one of those pieces.
He played all 82 games last year. At career highs, as you said.
And Riemsdyk in front, got a piece of the puck, and puck is still loose. Finally squirts to the slot. He'll be cleared by Alex Tuch. AVR right there in his office. Almost able to respond for Columbus. Sabres onside with Krebs to Zucker. He lost the handle, still going after the puck. Knocked away, but he regathers, and Zucker snaps it over to Byram. A drive, and it's loose in front. Blocked by Goodbranson on that follow-up. Peterka's 25th at 11:54 this first period. Danforth works it free. Ricochets back on goal and kept out by Reimer. Corrali looking for a target. Just getting out there and playing their game. That's what they've been doing here over the last few weeks. That's why they've won 8 of their last 9.
Well, they got a nice combination of size, speed, and skill. And here we go, skill, Dahlin.
What a move by Dahlin. Finally hacked off his stick. Another scramble. Dahlin dragging, shooting, and scoring. Rasmus Dahlin. What a display on that shift. And Buffalo is up 2-0.
The X factor's right here at the line. Dahlin, a little shake and bake there on Monahan, who thought he had him. He was right on top of his skates. And as Dahlin loses that puck, again, it looks like it's all cleaned up. And a couple broken plays. And who does it go right back to? It's the offensive defenseman. This is full speed. That's a pass gone wrong, and then a little shift over to Dahlin, who shows you the toe drag.
Into the high slot for Fantilli. Couple of touch passes, work down low to Van Riemsdyk. Around for Kent Johnson. JBR looking to go between the skates. That's stopped by Reimer, and he covers up.
Took it off the side.
Gretzky loading up. Marchenko tosses the net, and that's off the pad of James Reimer.
Few spots that aren't covered with your hockey equipment. That's one of them for sure.
No icing. Speed from Benson. Benson gets a step on Fabro. A centering pass, and that's ripped just wide.
Oh, just wide. Great look at that. A hard shot.
Almost 3 on this chance.
It looks like Jet might get a piece of that right there off the pad to keep it 2-0.
Ryan McLeod to the right wing. McLeod, touch pass, one-timer, fired wide by Quinn. Byram a shot. That'll be squeezed by Jet Greaves.
Yeah, it's really been incredible and good for him to have a run like he's had here this last month.
7 straight wins, 16 seconds left in the period. Thompson trying to dangle, nothing there. Guided out, and Van Riemsdyk has a breakaway. JVR in on goal. He scores! James Van Riemsdyk with 8 seconds left in the first. Jackets are on the board.
And Buffalo with a lot of push, and here as they're pushing, the Blue Jackets get back to this. Just get the puck out of your own end, but Ken Johnson knows he's got Van Riemsdyk out there somewhere. He's not the fastest guy in the league, but when Van Riemsdyk has that speed up, you're not going to catch him here. And a great move, just slips it between the wickets of Reimer, as Reimer thinks he's going to go far post. Good job by the veteran, James Van Riemsdyk. It's the first goal for this team, a big one. You feed off of it.
That's 15 goals with not a ton of ice time.
Oh.
Sam Lafferty hits the line. Lafferty lays it in. Back Malenstein in there aggressively. Ostlund along with Malenstein comes up with a puck. A stuff attempted. Greaves makes the save. Back Malenstein right on the doorstep.
Buffalo's creating opportunities. This one's off the forecheck, and then you can see picking the pocket, but there's Jet Greaves. Because he does everything that the coaches and his teammates admire. And then when he was out, you could tell there was...
Look out, and Greaves with the save on Yuri Kulik.
Branson gets tied up with him. He's trying to get that, reel the puck in, but...
Trickles back to Matejchuk, darts toward the middle, he shoots, and that's off his shin pad. Knuckle back to center circle, missed by Provorov, and a chance, breakaway. Greaves makes the save on Peterka.
He stares it down the entire way.
Sabres with a 1-goal lead. Big stops by Jet Greaves. Gets set for the third period. Fresh 20 minutes on the clock.
Hold on to pucks in the offensive zone. That's going to break down the D zone.
Lost it to Corrali. Corrali swivels. He shoots. Reimer makes the save. I believe that's the first shot on goal of the period for Columbus. Coming up with the puck, Aston-Reese fire, score! They tie the game! And it's the fourth line that gets it done. Zach Aston-Reese.
And it's getting pucks deep. This is a play that breaks it down a little bit, but you can see as Buffalo gets to that puck, they try to force it up the middle. Great job by the forward, Aston-Reese. I love his decision to shoot the puck. Why wouldn't you? Because it goes right in past Reimer. Keep an eye on Corrali. He's going to come into the picture right here. He takes a swat at it. But it's a decision out high just to shoot that puck, and Reimer can't see a thing with his own defender down in front of him.
Alex Tuch is on the ice. He leads the league in shorthanded goals. Werenski was finished off by Clifton. Nice hold by Monahan.
A great read by Monahan to be there.
Marchenko down the middle. Jenner topping at it. Score! Boone Jenner on the power play. And the Blue Jackets are up 3-2.
Gets the goal. What a read by Monahan to keep this puck in right there. Forward covering up. Great poise. You can see the movement here by Marchenko. He's working towards the puck. Look who's in front. Boone Jenner. Hard work on the power play, right on the doorstep here. This was well into the power play. They weren't going to come off the ice. And Boone Jenner, with that attitude, scores. Excellent job by those three forwards. Lost in all this play was Zach Werenski. He's got something going on with his thumb.
Especially, look at those gloves.
There'll be some work after. With the top of your glove, there's no padding.
For the net, Jenner kicked out by Reimer. Somehow, puck was behind him. Good Branson to the net. That was tipped, and Reimer makes the save. 26 to go in the third period. Passed in behind for McLeod. DJ Peterka shuffles one up high. Darlene fires, knocked out. Second try, and a save is made. A couple of them by Jet Greaves. He slams the door again. From center ice, looking for the put away. Monahan cutting back. Net is empty. Shot gets blocked. Sabres running out of time. Fired up the wall. Thompson up to the blue for Darlene. Stick out of his hands. He took the slash. It doesn't matter. Game is over. Jackets behind Jet